Welcome to Victory Achieved Gaming. This is Owen, also known as Immortalium.
And I'm Caitlin.
Oh, you didn't do your waving arm thing.
Oh yeah, yay, hello.
I was missing that. We're back for another Steam review guessing.
Yeah.
Now, last time, I'm trying to remember what's it called. I think we ran into a few troubles last time, but I think 9 out of 10 was what I got.
I think so.
That last time?
I think so.
And the time before that, I think, was the 7 out of 7 because
Yeah.
3 repeats.
Yeah.
Let's hope, fingers crossed.
He's still hunting down for that mythical 10 out of 10.
That would be amazing. I would love that.
It's his unicorn that he wants to find.
Okay, so let's get right into it anyway. So,
This is from Drang. It is Stormdrang. Right. So they have 13 hours on record. They posted it back in December of last year, 2023, because it's now 2024. And it says Fire Emblem, Modern Warfare, and that's it.
wow. Okay. Let me think about this now. So, Fire Emblem, like you know Fire Emblem, right?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's a Nintendo property, and it's like a tactical RPG.
Yeah.
So, but then Modern Warfare. What I'm taking away from this, folks, is that Fire Emblem is a tactical RPG, and this Modern Warfare would be like modern setting with guns and helicopters and stuff. So my first thought, although I don't know if it...
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, all those tactical RPG moves in Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, clearly. No, okay, I don't know.
Yeah. She's like, always kidding about that. So my problem here is that I have a thought, and well, actually, there's two problems. One is that it's part of a series, of which there's multiple entries on the list.
Okay, if you don't get the exact entry, we'll give you like half a point.
Yeah, and then I don't know if it fulfills the criteria entirely. That's the XCOM series. So XCOM 2, and XCOM War of the Chosen.
Okay, if it's any of the XCOM, we'll give you a point because I think this is quite vague.
Quite vague. Now, the only other thing I can go off of, and I don't know if this is a factor here, is that Fire Emblem is also known for a social element, kind of a little bit-ish like Persona. So, back in the day, with the Fire Emblem games I played, you had to have these conversations on the battlefield. But from what I've heard, it seems like there's like a school setting and that you can walk around and talk to the other characters and build up relationships. So, if that's being included, the closest one of the three would be XCOM War of the Chosen, because in that game you actually have defined characters as your units instead of making the characters yourselves, and you can communicate with them.
Okay.
So
are you going to guess a specific XCOM? So if you're just going to go XCOM series, I'll give you the point if it's any of them. Or if you're going to go...
I think it's a bit unfair if I go
Okay.
XCOM the whole series.
Okay, grand. Okay, so that means if it's any of the XCOM games that isn't that one, it's half a point. If it's that one, it's a full point.
Now, maybe there's another game I'm not thinking of, but XCOM War of the Chosen is the closest I can think of, so...
XCOM.
No!
Okay, it wasn't even in that series.
I forgot Valkyria Chronicles! Crap! Oh! And...
And off the bat, that 10 out of 10 is not happening today.
Yeah, but I kind of get it. It's tactical. It's not quite tactical in the same
You
way.
got to my house years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love that game. One of my favorite games ever. But yeah, Modern Warfare, because there's guns and tanks and...
And there was a social element in that, wasn't there?
Only a little bit. Oh, crap. Okay. I already failed. Crap.
It's okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah, I know.
We'll try for 9.
We're not gonna give up on this. Hey, I got an answer wrong. I'm giving up. No more video. No, I'm just kidding.
If we were allowed to do that, I would have quit many games. Right now. Okay, so this has been recommended. They don't have their name here, but they have over 200.
No, they do. They have
Oh, I see.
Butter My Bird.
Oh, Butter My Bird. Oh, sorry, I see that at the end. I'm so used to being at the top.
Yeah.
They recommend it. They have over 200 hours, 238.6 hours. I have a crush on Blade, but no one will know because my review will be lost in the pile of reviews. Oh, this also came out in July of 2022.
Yeah, so, I mean...
They give a name.
That's the thing. It always comes back to this, doesn't it? That they gave a name, which if you recognize the name, right there.
You know it, yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is Elden Ring. Because there's a character called Blade in that. Of course. So that was an easy one, simply because they gave me the name of a character.
That's okay. That's fine. You needed it after that last one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is even more hours. This is from Flavius Claudius Julianus. I don't know. And they have over 300 hours on record. This is from September 2021. It's like Super Metroid on steroids with a pinch of Dark Souls. One of the best game experience in my pathetic life. 10 out of 10. Don't say that. I'm sure your life isn't that pathetic.
I like how you had to reassure her. Oh, Flavius Claudius Julianus, your life isn't that bad. Oh, sorry, that got me. So here's the thing. Super Metroid just gives me Metroidvania. And the problem is there's a lot of Metroidvanias on that list. Now, if we're going for the ones that are a bit more Dark Souls, there's a couple of them. So, like, for instance, there's a game that's been on here before called Unworthy, which is quite Dark Souls-ish. There's Hollow Knight, which Hollow Knight makes a lot of comparisons when it comes to that. Like, a lot of people compare Hollow Knight to Dark Souls. There's Sultan's Sanctuary. It says a pinch of Dark Souls, though, so it's only a bit of Dark Souls. So it wouldn't be Sultan's Sanctuary, because Sultan's Sanctuary is very like Dark Souls. Okay. So in that case... Hollow Knight, maybe? Wait, just give me a moment. Are there any other Metroidvanias, sorry, not Metroid. Metroidvanias that are like Dark Souls.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
A pinch of Dark Souls. If there's so many on the list, I can't remember them all.
Are you going Hollow Knight, so?
I'm going Hollow Knight. Is it Hollow Knight?
It is Hollow Knight.
Fantastic! Oh my god, I wasn't sure about that one. There's a lot of Metroidvanias on that list, and some of them are like Dark Souls. But I was thinking, like with Unworthy or Sultan's Sanctuary, you'd probably be far more invested. You'd probably say like, "Oh, this is very like Dark Souls," whereas that was just a pinch of Dark Souls. So that was my guess.
That's true. Okay, this is from Prince Nazarov, and it's actually from last December, so it's just gone. They have 28 hours on record. They recommend it. The greatest business simulator game of all time. Makes me wish I had a daughter. Aw. The inclusion of dungeon crawl element is just the icing on the shortcake.
Okay, so at first, I had a game in mind. My first thought when I flicked my eyes through it was, I thought that this was a sarcastic review, which was Darkest Dungeon. But actually, now I'm remembering there's another game on there that does involve business simulation, and it has a dungeon crawl element. I think this could be Recettear. Do you know Recettear?
No. Will I check?
It's from the same people who did Chantilly's.
Oh, okay. It is Recettear.
An item shop's tale. Yeah, I think Recettear is sufficient.
Yeah, Recettear is sufficient.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's multiple titles. It's just
I'm not going to mix it up with like any other game.
Yeah. Okay. This is a very short review. It's from Happy Penguin. Ah, cute. And they have 4 hours of record. They recommend it. Fun, short puzzle game involving time manipulation.
Okay.
I think I might know this one.
Oh?
Maybe not. No, it was time.
I already have a guess.
I was thinking it was a game I played with time travel. Maybe not. It was time. That wasn't really time manipulation.
Oh, you were thinking Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah. It's Time Machine.
It's not. So, again, there's a very short one, and there's actually a couple of on there that involve time manipulation. Now, my first thought was Braid. I could see this being No Time to Explain as well, but I feel like if it was No Time to Explain, they'd mention other stuff. Like
Would they, though?
With the crabs and the guns and all sorts of weird stuff.
Would they?
Braid's a bit more...
Oh, so this is from December as well.
Is this Braid? Now, I'm just trying to remember, were there any other time manipulation?
Do you want to flip a coin and make a decision?
Well, I'd be leaning more towards Braid, but the time manipulation part, I'm just trying to remember. It's not Super Hot, because Super Hot isn't on the list. Time manipulation. No, it wouldn't be Messenger, because that would be mental. Like, if someone posted a review and it was the Messenger, it'd be the craziest thing ever. I'm gonna go with Braid and just see. I can't think of anything else. Hey, okay,
If
good.
it wasn't for that feck up earlier, you would be flying it.
I know. I forgot about Valkyria Chronicles. And how did I do that? It's because I added it much later. I didn't add it like at the beginning, and I didn't add it after I played it. I came back to it because it was like, oh, it's oh boy. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, read this review.
Yeah, so this is from Mischief Otter. I like that name. I wish the picture was a cute otter though. I don't think it is an otter.
I don't even know what it
I
is.
don't know what it is either. Okay, they recommend it. They have 74 hours on record, and it was posted also from December, just gone.
Also, they had 58.1 hours of review time.
Oh yeah, I see that there. I have all the achievements for this game, but I gotta say that the hardest part was fighting the Mist Noble 4 times.
So
They even gave you this should be easy if they gave
yeah, that's the thing. So this is a recurring joke, because of the fact that this boss is a joke compared to everything else in the game. Like literally, I think I could hand you this game right now, not explain anything to you, have you fight Miss Noble and win. Like that's how easy I think Miss Noble is.
And you have to fight them 4 times?
You have to do the game 4 times to get all the achievements.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, that's what would happen. So I believe this to be Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, that is Sekiro, sorry. Shadows Die.
Oh dang it! It was Ekiro: Shadows Die Twice. No, I failed.
No, it's Sekiro, it's Sekiro. So far you only have 1 wrong.
But again, they gave the Miss Noble, and maybe they didn't realize.
Okay, I want to check what number do we start on?
We started on 61, so we'll be going up to 70.
Yeah.
But with Miss Noble, he's a recurring joke. There's a lot of bosses from these games that end up being kind of joke bosses. Like
Yeah.
in Elden Ring, you see, there's a boss called the Soldier of Godric, and he is completely a joke because he's just a regular enemy with booming music and a boss health bar. But and then apparently the new Star Wars Jedi, not Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, had Rick the Doorman or something like that, which is just a regular stormtrooper whose job is to guard the door that you're trying to get through. And you could very easily just like one swipe with the lightsaber and kill
Why
him.
would you do that? What if he has a family at home that he's trying to make money for and you just murder him?
Well, people have made jokes about that too, actually. So let's see.
I don't even think about it. Okay, this is also recommended. It's from February of last year. They have 43 hours on record, and it's from Poro. Better than Pokemon in a lot of ways. It even has a post-game story and a post-game content that is just so good. Please support this game so they can make a sequel in the future.
So you might think this is easy.
It's not though.
It's not, because there's 2 games that this can apply to. Unless there is another game that, if they're demented, they might describe it like this. Okay, I'll give you the games.
Okay.
So, you have a game called Temtem,
Okay.
which is a creature collector, MMO kind of thing, but you know, you can do it single player. And I put on the list because it's much tougher than Pokemon,
Okay.
much more strategic. There's Koromon, which
That sounds like a Digimon.
it does sound a bit like a Digimon. In fact, I think there is a Koromon, isn't
I
there?
think there is.
But this is with a C and not a K.
Okay, it is
But-
with a K.
But Koromon also fills this category, and that is quite a challenging game, and you collect creatures and stuff. The third game, which occurred to me afterwards, I don't think it has a post-game story though. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, because you collect,
You do
Demons.
collect demons in that.
so that could be. But I do think.
I wouldn't say it's like a Pokemon game though. So, if he's saying this is better than Pokemon in a lot of ways.
Also, making a sequel in the future, there's already sequels.
Yeah,
So it's probably not
I don't
that.
think it's that.
So it's got to be one of the first 2. Now, if we're talking post-game story and post-game content, I'm thinking Temtem. But the thing that confuses me is to support this game so they can make a sequel in the future. Temtem is an MMO. Like, do you want a sequel to an MMO? I mean, I guess you kind of do, because you can do like EverQuest and EverQuest 2, for instance, or Lineage and Lineage 2. There are sequels, but I don't know, just a bit of a funny idea to me, sequels and MMOs. But, I mean, it fulfills the criteria more, I think, than Koromon. Although I could easily see this being Koromon as well. So I'm going to have to take a guess and say Temtem.
Okay.
Is this Temtem? No! Dang it!
And in my head, I was thinking it was going to be a Digimon game, but I didn't know if there was a Digimon game on the list. Was there?
There is. I forgot about Digimon World Next Order.
Do you know there was a Digimon game was on the list?
Also, wait. I know it has a post-game story and post-game content. Again, haven't heard anything about a sequel. Better than Pokemon in a lot of ways.
There's a few Digimon games though.
Yeah, but this is the only one that I played that is hard and would go on the list so far.
Yeah, fair enough. Though I was thinking when you said it's a sequel though, there's other Digimon games. But,
Dang it. It's sequel to this one specifically.
Oh, okay. That
Because this is like a specific type of... It's Digimon World. Like it's a sub-series. Dang it. Why did Digimon not... Crap. I forgot about that one.
it sounds like a Digimon.
But it's a very different type of game to Pokemon, you see. Like, you're not collecting creatures so much as you're raising one that can evolve again and again.
Okay.
That's something we'd have to go over if... Really? You can guess this one. But
Okay, so this is from Shika. They recommended 84 hours, and they wrote it in December of last year. Very good sets of games for puzzle escape from fans. Story is pretty good. The puzzle is heavy, whereas 998 is a bit more of a murder thriller. Is this nunnery game?
just read the last one. Read the last one.
Yeah, VLR is long though. Haven't beat the last game.
Even you guessed this. Like, this is clearly Zero Escape the Nonary games.
Yeah.
When you actually name the games within the little collection.
Like, yeah, okay, yeah, you get this. Okay, you got 2 wrong so far.
Wow.
But this was so hard. Should we make this gold and give you like extra points?
So difficult, that review, huh? Oh, so difficult. That's why I passed it off to you.
I was like, oh yeah, well you got it. You knew what it was.
I knew I was.
Okay.
But literally 999 and VLR. Like, oh my god.
Okay, this person also recommended the game. It's from Snip Snap. They wrote it in August 2021. They have 0.6 hours on record. Honestly, a refreshing take on that Souls atmosphere. Clean game for a student project. Keep the good work. Hope to see a full title one day. I did play 2 student projects here.
3 actually.
3, yeah, but the ones I can think of.
Yeah, but with the Souls atmosphere, I could easily imagine, yeah, those 2.
Probably Bloodspear, maybe?
Honestly, refreshing take on that Souls atmosphere. So, I mean, there's 2 ways you can do this. Because they both have... So, Bloodspear...
And Metamorphose.
And Metamorphose. Metamorphose is set in like a kind of...
Deserty...
Egyptian-y kind of... So I could imagine that's a refreshing take on that kind of atmosphere. And then Bloodspear has the atmosphere of Dark Souls, but the gameplay of it is quite different. Like you're throwing spears. You don't do that in Dark Souls, not typically at least. So the problem is it could be...
Or is it another game on the list of the student game that we haven't played yet? Well,
No.
I haven't played yet.
No. I don't think so. So the problem is...
Imagine if it's Octodad.
That would be insane. Like, if it's somehow Octodad, I would go ballistic. Like, I would actually go mental, just because comparing Octodad to Dark Souls, and the atmosphere, specifically. Like, maybe the difficulty you can compare, but the atmosphere?
Those
No.
limbs. Octodad, I think, was one of the hardest things I ever played. Those fucking limbs. I still remember getting stuck when it glitched in the elevator.
Oh god, yeah, that was horrible. We do have the sequel to play.
I
That's
do
not
have to
fun.
play this to play. I'd like to play that soonish.
Oh god, there's a co-op version of that. That could be our next game.
That could be fun.
Anyway, you'd have to pick one of them. I don't know which one it can be. I don't know if there's enough in here to actually tell me which one it is. The only thing I'm going to go with is they're talking a refreshing take on that Souls atmosphere. Atmosphere, not gameplay, atmosphere. Which makes me think Metamorphose, simply because Metamorphose is in a very different type of setting in contrast to Bloodspear.
Do you go Metamorphose? No! I was right! In my head, I was like, I think it's going to be Bloodspear.
Why did you think it was Bloodspear?
Because it was the darker one, and I just went by that. It was the darker one of the 2, and if he's comparing Dark Souls, I just think of like the look of it.
But a refreshing take on that Souls atmosphere. Like,
yeah.
I thought it meant that it's like Souls in the atmosphere, but different.
No, I kind of think...
Which Bloodspear I thought was more similar.
I think they liked maybe the different mechanics.
They should have said that, the gameplay.
Maybe.
Okay, last one
Because
then.
if it wasn't your out of guess about Spears.
So,
So you got 3 wrong.
I've gotten 3 wrong so far.
So it is at the moment, if you get this right, you've gotten 7.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, this is from El Prado.
El Prado.
They recommend it. They have 30 hours on records. They wrote it back in November of last year. Old school dungeon crawler that can become quite challenging by today's standards. Enjoy nostalgia.
Okay, I was running through there's gonna be a few possibilities. So let's start off. So my first thought at first was Shining in the Darkness, which is part of the Shining series, which you've played Shining Resonance Refrain.
I have.
It's nothing like that.
Okay.
It's completely different.
Yeah, I like cute RPGs.
Yeah, but now they're saying old school makes me kind of think maybe this is a modern take, and they don't mention a sequel. They're not like this is better than the first game or worse than the first game or anything. So that makes me think, could it be The Legend of Grimrock?
Is that your guess?
The thing is, it's between those two, you see, The Legend of Grimrock and Shining in the Darkness.
Do you want to flip a coin?
I'm basically at this point.
Okay, do I
I'm
have a coin?
no. I'm not literally flipping a coin.
I literally flip a coin? That's how you decide things.
So the problem, enjoy nostalgia. I'm gonna guess that they're saying that this game is old style, but it's not actually old. In which case, that would be The Legend of Grimrock. Now, if I see Shining in the Darkness, I'm gonna be very upset.
Okay, so
Legend of Grimrock.
Legend of Grimrock.
Oh, yes. I'm still waiting there, you see, because I was wondering if it was 2 about to pop up, but I was like, they didn't mention a sequel. So they didn't mention that there's a sequel, so I was like, it couldn't be the second one.
So, this is a 7 out of 10 round. Unfortunately, you still have not gone your perfect 10 yet.
I haven't, no. Now, 7/10 is okay. Like, it's way better than the worst I've ever done, which was, what, 3 out of...
Yeah, you think you did 3, and the next you did like 5.
I don't think I've ever done 5, but I could be wrong. The thing is, there's enough of these videos now that I'm starting to actually forget some of the, like, scores and stuff.
Yeah.
Point is, I've gotten 7 out of 10 in the past. 7 out of 10 is still pretty decent, 70%. I'll take that as a win.
Hey, it's still a pass.
I'll take that as a win.
But technically, if you're going out of 10, 40% is a pass, which means 4 questions right.
Yeah, that's over here. I know in America it's a bit different, but...
Is it? Oh yeah, in Ireland, 40% is a pass.
And then it's over 60% honours or something?
Yeah, like, no, if you get 40%, you go, yes, and your family go, what's wrong with you?
Oh, fantastic. So overall, you know, that went pretty well. There were some challenging ones in there. There was at least one that was so easy that even Caitlin could guess it.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't want to sound like that's disparaging to her. It's just simply that she hasn't played most of the games on the list.
No.
And so it's just a case that she recognized it immediately.
Hey, actually, my guess is Bloodspear though for that last one. So.
Yeah, I still don't see it, but what can you do? So anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching this Steam review guessing. Of course, if you want to support our content, I would very much appreciate liking this video if you enjoyed the actual video itself. Subscribe, of course, to watch other videos, such as some of our Let's Plays, and maybe even future Steam review guessing. And, of course, this has been Owen, also known as the Immortalion.
And Caitlin.
And bye-bye!
Bye.